Have you ever considered calling on a for sale by owner to see if you can help them sell their home? Chances are, if you're an agent, you've given it some thought, but most agents never give it a shot because FSBOs are intimidating. They're very scary. You think you're going to get hung up on. It's really hard to make that cold call. And the reason why it's so intimidating is that you might not have thought through what the pain points are for the for sale by owner seller. So here are the main pain points. I've worked with for sale by owner sellers for my entire career, have sold over 150 of them. Many of them never thought they would hire an agent ever. They ended up working with us, had a great experience, 5-star reviews, etc. And knowing these pain points is going to help you build your value proposition for the FSBOs. The first and most obvious pain point for a for sale by owner seller is that they aren't getting enough exposure to the market. Number one reason is they're not on the MLS, right? So they're typically on a website like Zillow, Trulia, maybe one or two other sites, but beyond that, they're not getting in front of most buyers and most agents with buyers. So tap into the exposure that you can bring them. The next biggest pain point for FSBOs is pricing correctly. I know you know this if you're an agent. You've probably seen for sale by owners being wildly overpriced and sometimes accidentally underpriced. So a lot of times they don't have access or the expertise and knowledge that you do as the agent to really find that sweet spot of pricing. They're often leaving money on the table because they've either priced way too high and buyers are skipping over their listing, or they price too low and they actually leave quite a bit of net profit on the table. You, the agent, can show them how you can actually bring more net and more accurate net to their bottom line. And of course, a big pain point for sale by owner sellers is marketing. Right? They typically are working a full-time job, running a household. They've got a lot of other things going on in their life, and they are not a full-time marketing agent like you are. So really, bring to them solutions that you can help market. Maybe you've got a listing in the area. You can co-market or do some co-open houses at the same time. Just anything to start showing them your marketing expertise. Maybe you can send out some postcards to the neighborhood to show them your reach, that you're willing to spend on marketing, because most FSBOs are just doing the free stuff, getting on Zillow, etc., and they really have no marketing reach. All right, a big one for sale by owners don't even realize is a pain point until they're in it is negotiation skills. Lots of sellers think, well, I can negotiate my house. I know what it's worth. I'll just counter offer where I need to. But this is another place they often lose deals altogether, or they leave money on the table because they're not able to navigate the negotiation. They're not in negotiations every day like you are as an agent in the market. So give them some examples of things homes you've successfully negotiated recently, other for sale by owner examples to where, hey, this for sale by owner was on the market for $550. We ended up listing it for $575 and we got $585 because I negotiated the best deal for my seller. Just telling stories like this about negotiation is going to illuminate for the seller, wow, I don't know what I'm doing here, so I do need some help. And remember, when talking about negotiation, it's so much more than price, right? We go to bat for our clients for inspection repair items, move in and move out dates, post-closing occupancy, appraisals. I mean, you name it. We cover so much more than price in our negotiations. So just remember to mention that in the process when talking to a for sale by owner. One big pain point we've helped so many FSBOs with is our access to trusted vendors, our preferred partner list. I've won over a lot of for sale by owner sellers just because I had access to the right handyman, plumber, electrician, roofer. You need a yard, landscape help, get your sprinklers going. I just start to add value before they even hire me. And they see that, wow, this is a really professional service with a whole team of people that I don't have. This could really be a lot more hassle-free if I just hire this agent to come on and be my team. So just start going to work and adding value even before they hire you. Lots of times that just leads to it's your listing. And finally, a pain point for sale by owners is that they are emotionally attached to the property oftentimes. This was their home for many years, the home they raised their family in, you name it. They've got some form of an emotional connection. So you just need to be there and continue to add value, because there will come that time when they realize that they're too involved and they're too close to the the property to really be objective, right? When they start getting offers and they start having to negotiate, they need to realize, and they typically do, that they're a little too invested and they might scare buyers off or kill a deal in a negotiation where you, the agent, you come in and you are the veil, right? You are the emotional veil that keeps everybody happy, keeps the process moving forward, and remind your seller and your for sale by owner seller that you're there for their best interest. You're actually going to net them more money. They're not going to lose money because they got a good agent on board. I'm Chris Mullenberg, founder of the Mullenberg team at eXp Realty. I've worked with for sale by owners as my bread and butter for most of my career. And I've really just tuned my skills to these pain points that the sellers are feeling and just try to be a help and a resource to solve all of these pain points. The best part is, statistically speaking, 80% of people that start out for sale by owner end up listing with an agent. So why not let that be you just by being there and adding value every step of the way?